Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make yourself a custom livery for a vehicle in FiveM. So here we have an example of a vehicle. That's not the one I did. One I just completed. Let me find it. Here it is. So in today's demonstration, I'm going to be using a 2018 Dodge Charger. I'm not completed with this. I'm going to put like a badge there to make it look better. But this is what I have for a 2020 Ford Explorer. Sheriff Patrol and God We Trust. And I'm going to skin a 2018 Dodge Charger. I'm not going to pretty it up, make it look this neat, but I'm just going to show you guys the basics of how to do it. So you will need OpenIV. I'll have a link to download that in the description. And you will also need Paint.net or Adobe Photoshop. You can use either one. I personally use Paint.net because I don't have money. But so yeah, we're pretty much going to be putting this onto a 2018 Dodge Charger. So what we can start off by doing is if you're in Paint.net, you want to open up your template. I have it saved right here in this folder. So what you can do is open it up, and then you should see it all right here. The size will be 4096 by 4096. I recommend by going, if you're on Paint.net, going up to Image, Resize, Maintain Aspect Ratio, and then change it to 5000. Next, what you want to do is create some layers. It's however many layers you're going to need. So, of course, I'm going to have a background color, the line that was in the sheriff, text, and then the image. So, of course, I already have all my colors and stuff picked out. So I'm going to go ahead and select them. And then what you can do is just paint it. But first, you want to make sure that on the 2018 Dodge Charger, there's a little thing on the top that says keep this black. So you want to keep that black. Make sure it stays black. Of course, you can't see it because I have the lid on. Next is the door sill / body shell colors. I can show you an example of what that is. We open up this one vehicle, go here, and then I need to take off one of the doors. Door. Okay. So the door sill is this part right here. It's the trim on the inside of the vehicle, but you can't see it unless the door's open. Alright. You can close out of that and go back to paint.net. So you, of course, I like to make it black. I must have forgot to put it black on that one. But I'll put it black, and then you can enable this first layer. You'll have those two little black dots at the top if you choose, or whatever color the door sill will be. Next, you'll want to go to your next layer. And then, of course, for this one, we can just upload an image. Mine is going to be like this kind of line right here. So you just select it, copy it, and then you paste it. See, now I have this line on this layer. So I actually pasted it onto the wrong layer. Because for me, I'm going to have a different color on this second layer. You know what? Actually, I take that back. I'm stupid. I'm putting it on this layer. So next, I'm going to resize it by holding Shift. It'll change the size even. It'll keep the correct size with it. Now, if you don't hold Shift, you can just do kind of whatever you want with it. So I'm going to hold Shift until I think it's big enough. I'd say right about there. And then I'm going to have to find out here. So I'm going to angle it a little bit. And we're going to straighten it out. Let's see, how do we think that looks? I honestly don't like it. Let's just straighten this out, see how we can go. Maybe if we go right here. Okay, yeah, I like this. So now we can copy that and paste it, and then what you can do on Paint.net is Control N, and if you copy an image, it'll automatically make the new size the size of what you're going to paste. So what I like to do is delete this back layer, Control V to paste it, and it'll automatically fit the size. Now this is for me personally, so I can do this on my vehicle, but I'm going to flip it horizontal, and then I'm going to paste it onto here and bring it down and put it on this vehicle down here. Or not this vehicle, the driver's side of the 2018 Dodge Charger. Once we have it up here, we can just move it right some, up, size it kind of how we think it should be. And then I think that matches on both sides. So next, I already have a little template, but of course, if you don't have all of this, you can just go to Google and type in Blaine County Sheriff's Office logo. Go to images, like this one right here. You can take this. Now you probably couldn't take the seal, but you can take the words and the lettering, and then you can save the image, throw it in Paint.net, and copy it over. So here I have this. So we're going to take the word sheriff. We're going to go on a different layer, because if we go on the same layer, it'll do this. It'll erase what's behind it. So what we want to do is go to a different layer, and then add it. That way we can not ruin it. So what I like to do is, if I'm going to put lettering like on this line, I like to even it up with the main bottom line, and then resize it. And then you can use your arrow keys to move it side to side. I like that. So now you cannot create a new one and then flip it horizontal like I did with the other ones, because it'll just make it backwards. Save, and then we can come down here. Now it's the correct size, we just need to make the rotation correct. And we need to decide whether it's the same, if it's far enough over. I think it is perfect. Next, I do have like Blaine County Sheriff's Office. I do have all the text and stuff saved. So what you can do is you can stay on the same layer, and then what you can do is hold shift, like I said, you can make it bigger, and it'll make the text blurry if you're taking it from an image. Make that a little smaller, because it will make the text blurry-ish. Copy this onto both sides, and then I'll show you what you can do. So you can take your paint bucket and select the color black. You can then paint the text, and it won't look as blurry. So I'm going to leave that one better and this one blurry up top. So what we can now do is select this layer, and then we can save this. So I'll save this into our folder, 18 charger PNG. It has to be PNG, DDS, one of the two can work. Now if we go here. Now some models, they have 2 YTDs, or some they might just have 1. If they only have 1, then just go in there and replace what I'm about to tell you. If it has 2, then go in there and replace both. So here, and if you have the plus high, so what you're going to do is most likely going to find like 1 or 2, 3 things. Once you find livery charger sign _1, you're going to select replace. Actually, if you do not have this view, it is because you have this type of view. So what you're going to go is the top right. You're going to select this, and then what I would recommend is selecting the third option from the left. So next you're going to want to replace it, and then you're going to select 18charger.png. It'll keep the name, and it'll apply what you did. Next you have to go into the second YTD. Now if you have trouble looking for it, just go to the top bar and type in sign. It'll automatically pop up. Some will have 2. If there's a second one, you can delete it, or you can just leave it there. There's be a second one. So here you should have livery charger sign 1 again. You're gonna replace it with 18 charger PNG, DDS, or JPEG. Now that we have the livery change on both of those, it does usually take a minute for it to finish saving. It's kind of slow, but that's okay. There we go. So now, next, you're gonna double click the YFT, and boom, it's gonna have your skin. So there we have my line, Sheriff, Blaine County. It's the same over here. Now that line is a little off. It's the little things that you do have to pay attention to. Look how the line, you can see a little bit. You can't really see it. But that's something you can fix after. But it's pretty easy. But yeah, that's how you make yourself a custom livery for FiveM. You can do this with all sorts of cars. Um, as long as it has a template, you can do it. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything really else to have to go over. I'm trying to think. Of course, this is not my final version for this specific livery. Yeah. Now, if you would like me to make a custom livery for you, I do commissions in my modifications Discord. There'll be a link to that down below as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.